Hey guys, what's up? All right, so I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a review on this mouse mat here. Now, I do want to preface it's probably kind of me being an asshole a little bit because this mouse mat came out in 2009, so you're going to have a hard time finding this if this is something that you do want to consider. But anyway, the reason here it is, real quick. It is the CM Storm weapon of choice, and I actually went with the AK-47. I prefer that over the M4A1. Anyway, the reason why I'm just going to talk about this mat really quick, it differs a little bit from a cloth mat. Now, most cloth mats that you see on the market currently, they have a very tight weave to them. This mat is, they call it a heavy weave. And the best way I could describe this, if somehow you happen to go to a store and the store happens to carry a heavy weave type of a mat, you'll know that you're looking at it because the weave pattern almost looks like it's smaller dimples on what you would see on a golf ball. That's the type of the weave pattern. And I forgot that I totally had this mat, and I just pulled it out. And I was playing some Counter Strike yesterday, the day before, and I couldn't help but notice that I was even a little bit more substantially accurate than with a couple of the other mats I've been toying around with. One was that QPad FX I had done a review on just a little bit ago, and then obviously my QCK Plus, my MLG edition QCK Plus. And I was using the same my Zoe FK1, which again I can't say enough good things about. But anyway, that's not why I'm doing this video here. Anyway, back to the mat. Yeah, I like the gaps in between the weave pattern, and like I said again, it's not nearly as tightly woven as you would see in most of these other mats. These other mats look, they're so woven to the point that I think you would need to put your eyeball literally millimeters away from the mat to actually see the gaps in between the weaves. Whereas right now, as I'm sitting looking down, I mean, I can see basically dimples on this mat. But I found that at least in collaboration with my mouse, the Zoe FK1, I just it's a lot more accurate, man. It's a lot more accurate. The glide seems to actually be smoother, yet I still have a little bit of friction, so I can stop on a dime. But in the future, yeah, if you guys are maybe interested, I would definitely take a look, as this is definitely a viable option opposed to most of the cloth mats out that are that real tight weave. I know I just ordered a new mat that should be coming, and I'll do a review on that when it gets here. It should be here in a couple of days. I'm trying to remember. It's made by Genius, but it also has a heavy type of a weave, so they say. Amazon's selling them actually right now, and I believe for $15.05, and they are saying that the mat actually averages to $40 or $50. And like the Zoe, I believe Genius, I don't know if it's an American made company. If it is, then I don't see very many Genius products. I live fairly close to a Fry's, and Fry's is pretty good about stocking a lot of good gaming stuff for the PC gamer. And I have never really seen any type of a Genius product, and nor even going on the web. You know, if you type in mouse mat or anything like that, Genius is probably going to be one of the last mats that is going to come up in your search. I mean, obviously your typical your Razer mats, your Steel Series mats, etc., etc. You're going to see those first. So again, yeah, I would give this mat a spin as an alternate or an option to the tightly woven mat. I'm pretty impressed with it, and I'm actually glad that I remembered buying this. And actually, while I'm here, uh, to talk about I guess the durability of the mat too. It's fraying just a little bit on the sides, but again, having it since 2009, I haven't used it for. I'll be honest, I haven't used it for probably about a year now. But I was using it pretty heavily before, and even then, this mat still holds up pretty good. I know CM Storm has replaced this mat with a like their RX, I think like a RX series mat of some sort, but looking again, I can only judge by the picture on their website and a couple of other websites that I've seen post reviews, and it doesn't look like the weave is exactly the same anymore. So yeah, if you do end up coming across a heavily textured mat, or maybe one of your buddies has one, man, maybe give it a spin because you may be just as surprised as I was, and it turns out you actually like this type of style mat opposed to a much tightly woven mat. Thanks, guys.